Hello fellow vapors, Vaping Newbie here, and today we're looking at a new tank that I just got. It's the Lemo2 by Eleaf, and I'm a big fan of the original Eleaf, or the original Lemo I should say. It's my go-to tank, I always say that. Stop by G2K Vape here in Montreal, and go check out the website, g2kvape.com, as well as their Facebook page. Give them a like. Mario and the gang, Giovanni, Johnny, they carry such really good products, all authentics. They don't carry clones, and they carry an amazing array of e-juice. And it's probably the e-juice that reason why I go and hang out with Mario. I like hanging out with Mario. But just an overall great shop to see here in Montreal. You want to go take a look. If you're in the city, by all means, zip by and go see them. The Eleaf Lemo2 is a slight variant of the original with some differences that we're going to see as we go. And I'm really looking forward to this. So without any further ado, let's go down and take a look at what's in the box. Okay, my favorite part of any kind of device videos, the unboxing. And it's very reminiscent of the original Lemo. Just as Lemo2. It has on the back that sort of scratch and authenticate sticker. You have some not instructions, but a bit of background on it, and that's really it. You have Eleaf World there, Eleaf World there, the website, and that's all. You slide that open, and of course you have the device itself. We'll put that aside. We'll look at that in a minute. What else you get? You lift this up. And you have this little cardboard, and you get all kinds of goodies. You get a bag here with some extra O-rings, some spare screws, that double-sided screwdriver keychain style, because I find that that's a bit nicer than those blue handle ones that we get. So that's nice on their part. You do get some instructions and some filling instructions, because it is different from the first. You get some organic cotton. And they give you some of this Kanthal, and it's wound really tight. I don't know if you can see that. When I first saw it, I thought, what the hell kind of spring is this? But it's just some Kanthal, and I'm not sure what gauge that is, so we're not going to use that right away. Anyhow, we'll put everything back and then take a moment to look at the tank itself. Okay, so change the camera angle. Take a good look at it. I love the look of the Lemo2. I love it. I like it more than the Lemo1. It just seems to have more character to it. We'll start at the top. It's all stainless steel with a glass tank, which means any juice you can use. Sort of like that. On the bottom, you have, on the top, you have the Eleaf logo. And then on the bottom, okay, so there you go. That's Lemo2. Okay, looking at it again, you have this sort of mid-range bore drip tip that tapers in quite a bit, and like so many tanks nowadays, dual O-rings on the drip tip, which is exchangeable if you don't like it. The drip tip is considerably shorter and considerably wider than the original. We're going to be doing that sort of side-by-side comparison. On either side is this sort of notch cutout. And then you have your juice fill port right there. So unlike the original where you had to fill from the bottom, you're going to fill it from the top now. And we'll be talking about how to do that. And these notches, when you turn these notches, you're going to be shutting down the juice fill port. So it's closed now. It's very important. If you're holding it this way and you're turning it clockwise, you're going to be closing that juice port. If you turn it counterclockwise, you're going to be unscrewing everything, so you want to keep mind of that. You do have dual airflow control on the bottom, and this seems to be really easy. You just turn this. Again, it's sort of like, you know, night and day from the original that was sort of hidden underneath. Now, let's take it apart. I'm going to take off that whole top section, and that screws together with the top of the chimney, and I want to make sure that you see that. It is a two-piece chimney. There you go. And the top part of the chimney does have an O-ring on it. And this part, you'll see it's threaded. So that's what actually will fit into the top of the, or the, within the top cap. You can see there's quite a large O-ring in there, and that'll just all screw together. You remove this, you have your build deck. Now this comes with a build already installed in it. Now the last time, and I'm going to remove the cotton, because the last time they did it, I redid the build right away. So we're going to take a look at that and see how that works out first before I decide whether I'm going to pull it out or not. But it's a standard, you know, made for a really a single. But you could, there's enough room. You could probably put a dual coil in there, and I don't think that'd be too much of an issue. They have this. You can see how they have it sort of inserted into the build deck, or I would probably use the screws to wrap it. But that's just my personal preference. And then on the bottom, you can actually remove. There is a catch cup, as I call it, a catch cup on the bottom, and that'll take up some of the juice overflow. And actually, it fits all quite nice together. When you get it, it may be kind of tight, so keep that in mind, because when I was first trying to take it apart, this thing was just spinning on me. It's K-Saru-Saru. So to reassemble it, once you get your build in, you're going to put in the chimney, you're going to put in the glass tank, and then screw in the top cap, and that's it. A few pointers that they give you in the instructions. When you're filling the tank, shut off the airflow completely, and don't forget to leave a space at the top for air, to trap sort of air. An air bubble will rise, and that'll prevent leaking and gurgling and whatnot. And that's it, really. They suggest you can either use it standing up, filling in this way, or laying it down and filling it directly, and that's probably how I'm going to do it. I got to be honest with you. The thing that bothers me about this, and I've been trying to figure it out, because the original, I started top filling just by pulling it out, but this, as far as I could tell, it's all one unit. I cannot unscrew that part one from the other, and I don't want to use pliers or wrench or anything because I don't want to scratch it. It may come out into two parts, but I certainly cannot get it apart. And that's sort of a bummer because it forces me to use that fill port, which I don't have patience for it. That's the thing I like about Lemo2 is I just started top filling it, to hell with it, and it's quite quick. So let's put them side by side with the Lemo2 and get an idea of the variances on that. Okay, we have here a comparison in size. The original Lemo here, pardon me, and the Lemo2 over here. You can see the Lemo2 is considerably smaller, a bit more girth than the Lemo2. Another big point here is this very long drip tip compared to a short stubby and a wider bore drip tip. So that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to trying that. Obviously, the biggest difference is going to be juice capacity. The juice capacity of a Lemo is approximately 5 milliliters. The juice capacity of a Lemo2 is 3.5 milliliters roughly. So you're not going to get as much juice in, and that is probably slightly more than the Lemo drop, which I actually never got into because I thought it might be too small for me. But I believe the Lemo drop is about 3 milliliters. I'm not 100% sure of that, but around there. So it is comparable. The Lemo2 is a smaller tank. The Lemo2 is a thinner tank. And I think what people are going to like the best part about this is the Lemo2 is a royal pain to do any kind of airflow adjustments. The airflow adjustment, if you're not aware, on the Lemo2 is underneath here. And it is really a pain to get to. You have to remove this sort of bottom catch cap, and there is the air adjustment flow is, or the airflow adjustment is right in there. Where of course on the Lemo2 you have it easily accessible. You probably would be able to adjust that airflow when it's on a device. Let me see if we tighten this on here, and if I want to adjust the airflow, it doesn't look like it'd be an issue at all if it was on a device. So let's. I'm probably going to try this build, but I want to wash it out first, as I do with all my tanks and whatnot. and we'll get some juice in it and take it for a spin. Okay, I prime the wick, and they recommend when you do your build, and I do that as a matter of habit. I've shut off, you see here the airflow, so there it is wide open, so I've shut off the airflow as they recommended. And now I've opened up here the juice hole, so there it is. Now, unfortunately, the juice I want to try with this, which is Smacks right here, Mafia Princess, I'm not sure about how that's going to get into the to this little holes, which is, I guess, a point of problem for me. But now all I've done is filled up one of these little needle nose bottles, and unfortunately it takes quite a while. That's why I always started to top fill the Lemos, my other Lemos that I have. So it's actually quite interesting that it's going to be a long haul to get juice in here, and I suppose a needle nose bottle like this is takes time. It's funny, coupled with this is also the issue of Mafia Princess is a very thick juice. So I filled it up only partially, and I'm going to let that wick now. I'm going to shut off the juice flow control up here and open up the airflow control, and we're going to go up top and give this a go. I'm sort of interjecting this because I really didn't give a chance to look at the deck. If you haven't seen a Lemo deck, it is very easy. There's the coil, and there's some already primed wicks, and you see that it has a screw on either side for negative and positive, but you can also feed them through. There's a hole on either one that you could feed the wire through, the Canthal through. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, when I remove this build, I'm going to use the screw system. So I wanted to give you the view of that. Okay, we're back up top, and I want to get something out of the way right away. This is the juice Smacks by Mafia Princess. Now, I've already done a video on this, but I wanted you to see the juice spout that's on here. It is fairly large. And after I put a bit of juice in from that needle nose bottle, I thought, what the hell? And I was able to use the bottle directly into it. Took a lot less time because I wouldn't have that kind of patience using the needle nose bottle. It went in. There was a remnants of juice that was outside, but that easily wiped off. Not a problem. And you can see I have a considerable amount of juice in there. In no time flat. It was full. I've been vaping it since because I just like the juice so much. So the build that's in there, it's the one they include. I just put my own cotton and wicked it myself, and it comes out at 0.5 ohms. And so I'm vaping this at 35 watts, and the airflow is wide open. That's really, it's a thick juice, and it's wicking really well. The flavor is definitely there. The airflow, I didn't have a problem with the original Lemo, the airflow on that. The airflow is even better on this one, and of course the practicality of not having to disassemble it to change the airflow or to fill a tank, that's a big plus. One of the massive changes for me is the drip tip is considerably bigger than the drip tip on the original Lemo, but everybody says I have a big mouth, so that works out fine for me. I do like this tank. I like the look of it. I think they've added some character to it. I like the way it wicks, just everything about it. And again, it's, in this day and age when people are getting more into rebuilding, it's an easy tank to build. The Lemos have all been easy. And again, I've never tried the Lemo drop, but it's basically the same deck as is the Lemo2 and the Lemo1. They're the same deck. The exterior, the airflow, the juice flow, that's the big difference. And of course, I just mentioned the drip tip. So this is definitely a winner. Go check them out, g2kvape.com. Again, their Facebook page is there. Give them a like. And I want to thank Mario for allowing me to do this video. I always enjoy going there. That's my main spot now to go hang out. Always enjoy going. And Mario, gotta get some more juice in, buddy, because they carry amazing juices there as well. So that's it. That's the Lemo 2. Do I recommend it? Damn straight, I recommend it. I think the Lemo 2 is a winner. And if you're into rebuilding again, it's easy. If you're experienced and you just want a tank, and easy peasy for you to do. It's just a great tank all around. So thanks for tuning in. You know I like having you over. Stay healthy and happy vaping. Take care, folks.